Let's talk a little bit more about the law, today's ruling, what it means, what it will do moving forward. First of all, abortion is not illegal across the United States tonight, but the court has given states and their elected officials the authority to make abortion rules and laws at the state level. Justice Samuel Alito, writing for the majority, putting it this way: it is time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion to the people's elected representatives, adding that it should be resolved politically. However, 13 states already had laws ready for this decision to make abortion illegal. According to reports, they will happen within the next 30 days. Some states, however, are moving ahead immediately. As we speak tonight in the following states, according to the New York Times, abortion is now illegal: Missouri, Arkansas, South Dakota, Louisiana, Kentucky, and Oklahoma. But blue states like California are vowing to remain places where women from across the nation can get an abortion. I want to discuss this further and what it means now with constitutional lawyer Andrew Lieb and May Davis, a former legal advisor to President Trump. To both of you, thank you so much for being here on this important night. People are torn on this, and they always have been. And this even furthers the debate tonight, what has happened. Andrew, I want to start with you. If you live in one of these 6 states that we just mentioned, what are the women's options in seeking an abortion right now?
Actually, Justice Kavanaugh speaks to that in his concurring opinion, and he makes it completely clear that you can go to another state if you have means and ability to get to that other state, and you can get the abortion you need there. In fact, a state like New York has already passed legislation that if your home state goes after you, you'll have a civil action to sue back at that home state. So places like New York are going to be sanctuary states moving forward.
So California, one of those states, Andrew, that you're talking about, the lieutenant governor of California says that they are planning votes to put abortion into the state's constitution this November. Let's listen.
Here in California, we've been getting ready, and we will be ready. First and foremost, people should know that the right to access an abortion is still legal in the state of California. And if we're successful, it will continue to be legal here for a long time.
Democrats may now go to work to codify abortion rights in their particular states. Play this forward, the challenges that lie ahead.
Well, I can tell you there's going to be a tremendous amount of challenges, and the reason why there's going to be so many challenges is exactly what Justice Roberts said. He said everyone seems to have a relentless freedom from doubt on this issue. And this is a very complex issue, because what is the point of viability? Or is an undue burden test? Or is it, as Justice Roberts suggested, that we should have a reasonable opportunity? The issue isn't just yes or no, it's where are the lines, and that's a question that's going to remain open moving forward.
May, jump in here. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I think that's what's actually the most remarkable thing about the Roe versus Wade decision is everybody says, oh, it's about a women's right to choose. No, it really wasn't. It was about where's the line? Where's the constitutional line about when a woman gets to choose and when she doesn't? And it was very unclear from the start. It became even more unclear. And all you had was states constantly asking the Supreme Court, where's that line again? Where's that line? I read the Constitution, couldn't find it. Can I have waiting periods? Can I have parental notifications? What was that line again? So the Supreme Court never really was able to define a line that works, even though they really tried to in Roe. So this is not going to be an easier job for the states. But the great thing about this is that it is very democratic. If you want to change something at the Supreme Court, you better find a very expensive lawyer. If you want to change something in your state, you know, and you can know your state Congress or your state representative. So this is really just going to be a messy but a very democratic process, which is what democracy is.
Well, let's look a little bit more at what Justice Alito said in the opinion. He wrote, Roe's reasoning was exceptionally weak, and the decision has had damaging consequences. And far from bringing about a national settlement of the abortion issue, Roe and Casey have inflamed debate and deepened division. I guess to you both, does this decision today not further that divide, at least nationally?
I think it certainly furthers the divide, but as Justice Roberts said no matter what the decision was, it would further the divide. I will point out, though, the first sentence you said is that it's only a bad decision, the Roe decision, if you believe in originalism or textualism. The liberal justices believe the Constitution's a living doctrine. So you have to understand that how you read the Constitution determines whether it's a good or bad decision legally. They all love the Constitution, though.
Well, there are a lot of politics involved here. I want to listen to two leading politicians in D.C. today, both reacting to the decision. Let's listen.
Americans celebrate this historic victory because we know it will save the lives of millions of children and it will give families hope.
What this means to women is such an insult. It's a slap in the face to women about using their own judgment to make their own decisions about their reproductive freedom.
May, I'm going to give you the final word here because we just have a little bit of time. Is this politics or this law, and does it open up the door for other major cases, same-sex marriage, contraception, moving forward, for those to be overturned?
I think the biggest misconception about this case is that it is politics. This case is the furthest thing from politics. It is saying we, the Supreme Court, are not politicians. We're not doctors. We really can't define this line. We've tried for a long time. It failed. So how about states? You guys are the ones that consult with doctors and try and figure out what line works for you. So this is not a political decision. As far as what the slippery slope is, what's next? The Supreme Court was very clear that abortion has always been its own thing. It's very different from all these other, substantive due process rights like interracial marriage, like contraception, because this involves another human life. There's nothing else. There's no other quote unquote right that is like it that affects someone else in this way. So there's some hubbub about Justice Thomas's concurrence by saying, you know what, I would get rid of substantive due process entirely. This is not a new position from Justice Thomas. He said so many times. I think a lot of people would agree with him on that, but that doesn't mean he thinks that those things, that contraception should be illegal, that interracial marriage should be illegal. One, those rights might be somewhere else in the Constitution. And two, no state legislature is going to make interracial marriage or contraception all of a sudden illegal. So those are really, really different issues.
The question tonight is about abortion and where people are going to go and where it moves forward. To you both, May Davis and Andrew Lee, we appreciate you coming on tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.